And we are back. Good afternoon and welcome to Hot Jobs with us here at HireMilitary. Look who's here. Look who's with me. Look at that shiny head that joining me this afternoon. How are you, sir?
I am great, Lucy. I am here to celebrate the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
You guys have no idea. He doesn't stop talking about it. And I said earlier, that's slightly redundant now, slightly passe. And he was like, yeah, not so much. I'm doing this for the next year.
Until February when they win again. And then you get it 2 years in a row. So, and if you know anything about American football and football fans in general, you'll know that this is very warranted. And what I'll enjoy saying is that the Cowboys watched the whole playoffs. So from the comfort of their own homes. So if you're joining us today and you're an Eagles fan, please pop it into the comments. And if you are a fan of another team, let me know how sad you feel.
Alternatively, if you're joining us today for jobs, information, career advice and support, have at it. Tell us in the chat. That is what I would like to hear about today. As Mike made mention there, American football, my football is soccer rather than that. And I've got no interest in that either. We want to be able to support you. We are here for the next 30 minutes to share our advice, guidance, goodwill, juju, everything that you need right now if you are in the job market. So please do share what you are looking for from us this afternoon. If you haven't joined us before, welcome. It's really nice to have you here. Thank you so much for being with us for the next 30 minutes. Both Mike and I have got an awful lot of information to share, but primarily we are here today to bring you our newest and hottest jobs and SkillBridge internship opportunities. If you're not familiar with the SkillBridge internship, we'll tell you a little bit more about it. But we are here for the whole of the military community. We do get that question a lot. Is this for veterans? Is this for military spouses? Who is this for? HireMilitary was set up to support the military demographic, the military community of which we are both from. And we want to be able to give as much information and help to everybody as we possibly can. Before we get started, like we both said, we want to hear from you. If you feel the compelling need to drop who you support in the comments, please do. It will mean nothing to me, but that's great, wonderful. If you want to ask a question about the resume, about the interview, about salary negotiation, about the job market right now, please do that as well. We want to hear from you. Be a motivated job seeker as well. Take a look at our website, hiremilitary.us, and you will see our careers pages with our hottest jobs, so our direct hire or permanent job opportunities, and the SkillBridge internship opportunities. Along the same tab, you will also find a great piece that we put together called Job Seeker Resources. And that has all of the information that we have shared over the years here on Hot Jobs in terms of condensing how to target a resume. So giving that to you in one piece, how to effectively network on LinkedIn, amongst a lot of others, which I think segues quite nicely, Mike, into something you are going to talk about today.
Yes, absolutely. I am also running shows, so we should all be a little scared. But, I posted about this in the last week. I'll go into it on Thursday in my Mastering LinkedIn webinar and my office hours. But I just wanted to touch base on the number of green banners I see up right now of people that are job seeking, and whether that they're in industry, whether they're in government, for whatever the reason, there are a lot of people seeking work, and many of the changes were sudden or unexpected in some way, shape, or form. And so what I want to remind people is that recruiters and hiring managers check your social media presence before hiring a lot of times. And so now is the time to maybe go back into your profiles and maybe delete some of the stuff that may not be professional or may be against the companies where you used to work. Because that's the big thing. No one sees someone complaining or bad talking a previous company and says, I got to hire that person, right? And so what I want people to do is just to realize that nowadays, I know it's hard, but show some grace, focus on the positives, focus on sharing the things that you did in the previous role, the ways that you've grown business, the problems you've solved, and the things that you want to do for other companies. Focus on building relationships and commenting on other people's posts, supporting them, on reaching out and communicating with people in industry about what they're looking for and what they do. Find ways to engage in a positive manner so that people want to bring you on their team instead of a derogatory emotional response that makes people say, no, I don't want anything to do with them. And it's hard. I know some people may think it feels fake, but it is human nature, right? You don't want to bring someone into your team that's bad talking all the time or gossiping or anything else like that. You want to focus on the person that you're going to be happy working with, 40 hours a week, and the person that's going to solve your problems, create new ones. So focus on the positive, focus on the things you've done, the accomplishments, the successes, the challenges that you've overcome, and focus on relationships, and you'll find your success.
Focus on relationships and you will find your success. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think it's really key to know right now, especially when it is a market in which it's an employer's market rather than the job seeker's market. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be like that for the next couple of years. HR teams, recruiters, do take a look at your social media. And if it is open, lock it down now. If you've got stuff there that you don't want potential or future employers to see, just press the delete button. You don't need to delete your whole profile, but just delete those contentious elements, or make sure you lock it down completely so that nobody can see it. Because I'm telling you, and I've had that experience myself as a recruiter, I didn't find it. A company found something that was not necessarily a good thing for a candidate to post. And they said, yeah, no, thanks. Not interested. Not. So we've been in that situation. We speak from experience. So on this occasion, I definitely agree with Mike. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens every now and again, but I would fully support that. Ahead of going into the permanent jobs that we have to share today, you were going to talk to us about a new organization that we're working with.
Yes, I'm actually really excited to talk about CNC Boiler. And so what they are is they're a family-owned business in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. And what I'm excited about is that they are training through SkillBridge people in our community for full-time direct hire roles throughout those 3 states, servicing industrial boilers. And it doesn't sound like really sexy, but I mean, they're starting in the 60s, and that's training, and there's a lot of opportunity for growth in the field. And so they're looking for people that have hands-on experience, that can come in through the training, that can go to these sites and conduct these services or repairs. And with that, those 3 areas are great areas, and they're throughout all the states. I couldn't be more excited about this SkillBridge opportunity, expanding it to our larger community in a way that will create job offers at the end if you're good at it.
And the great thing about this organization is they're not asking for direct or relevant experience. They're just looking for a mechanical or a technical background for those SkillBridge internship opportunities, which is the original intent of SkillBridge, to help those pivot or redirect when they leave active duty. So thanks for sharing that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So ahead of the new roles that we have today, let me share a little bit of advice, especially when it comes to making applications right now. You are in a hugely competitive market. We've all been there. It's really hard. A couple of top pieces of advice I would like to share are, if you are coming from the federal sector right now, please learn the difference between a federal resume and a civilian resume. Do not send that federal resume to any role that is in a commercial or even non-profit organization. You need to scratch that one, start again. If you don't know what that means, take a look at our website. How to target your resume is a good piece to take a look. In addition, we work really closely with an organization that has a product called Best Military Resume. The URL is bestmilitaryresume.com. Go on there. You can feed all of your information in, as well as the job description, and it produces a phenomenal resume for you to submit. You are going to have to make tweaks. It is not the end product. You will need to read through, but it is a great starter for TEM. So go for it.
Can I add on to that?
Mm-hmm.
I want people to realize that the federal resume is created to show everything, like everything, all your experience, all the accomplishments, all the jobs, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, whereas industry resume is tailored to each specific role. And so it's very important. What I like to say to people is make sure that the job title matches when your resume matches the job title you're applying for. And that if you look at the job description, typically the top 3 to 5 must-haves should be reflected up front on your resume. So you just like get right to the point, like this, I have these things, boom, so that you make it easier for the recruiter to read more. Whereas if you give someone 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, they look at it and they got to go searching. More often not, that person is going to look at a candidate that submitted a more tailored resume. And so I just think it's very important that you make it jump off the page clear that you have this specific experience and will knock this job out of the park.
Yes, second time today I've agreed with you. This is too much. Can you stop talking sense and reason now? The one thing, oh, you've made me big so I can take over the stage. Great. The one thing that I would say also is if you do submit a federal resume, you're likely to lose before anything else. I have sent so many emails back to people over the last couple of weeks saying, thank you, but please send me the civilian one. And that is because of who we are. We are HireMilitary. We support the military community, the veteran space, the military spouse, the transitioning service member. Other organizations are not going to give you that benefit of the doubt and do that. So just make sure ahead of time you have changed your resume. Make it a nice 2-pager. So what have we got today? We have got a couple of roles working for one of the world's largest underwriting and insurance firms. These positions are based out of Chicago, Philadelphia, Jersey City, or Atlanta, and they require either 5 or 6 years worth of military legal experience. So if you have been in JAG in the military, if you've been a paralegal, that is the sort of experience that they are looking for. It is complex claims that you will be working on, and they love taking our candidates from our demographic. So I'll give you those locations again. They were Chicago, Philadelphia, Jersey City, and Atlanta. The roles are evergreen and ongoing. They're always looking for people. We've got a director level role. We've got a senior claims adjuster role, and these are all paying in the solid 6-figure sphere arena. So excellent organization, great positions. The second area that I wanted to share with you today are multiple roles in audit. We work with one of the big 4 consulting firms. If you're not 100% sure what that is, think EY, KPMG, PwC, Deloitte. We have roles with them most weeks because they are contract positions, and they are looking for people from the military environment. So they're ideally looking for people with a military background or a federal background. You must have an active secret clearance or be clearance eligible and have at least 4 years worth of federal finance experience. Those are for the managerial roles, or 6 years of federal finance experience and an MBA for the senior manager roles. If that sounds like you, if you've got audit and finance, federal or military experience, please do connect with me, because these roles are always starting ASAP, and we could probably get you in within the next 4 weeks. The next position I have is with one of my favorite clients who was initially my candidate 4 years ago, and then has remained working with us over the last couple of years. This position is in Fort Meade. It is working as a senior cloud and Kubernetes engineer. You do have to have an active secret clearance. That is a deal breaker. And this is to support, optimize, and secure self-managed Kubernetes environments running on the SIPRnet there. You have to have Linux experience. You have to have DevSecOps experience. So with the tools there, like Jenkins, GitLab, or Nexus. And ideally, in a perfect world, you will also have some kind of scripting experience. So Bash, PowerShell, or Python for automation. Those roles are in Fort George Meade in Maryland, and that one is available immediately as well. You've made yourself big. Do you want to talk?
Well, we had Shames say, is the CNC boiler opportunity open to veterans who have been out for more than 2 years or just SkillBridge qualifying candidates? So what I'd say is, correct me if I'm wrong, it is a SkillBridge opportunity, but if he wants to apply online and just let us know he's not SkillBridge, we're happy to share his resume with them and see if that'll create an opportunity.
Seamus, yes, absolutely. What I would say is you will find the role under the SkillBridge tab on our website. But like Mike said, if you just make that note, we can then take that forward and we'll be in touch with you. Finally, I am going to move over to the SkillBridge internships that we have right now. So the first ones that I do want to share are federal positions, but they are SkillBridge internship roles. They are working with DLA. In the J8 finance section. So we are looking at accounting, accountant, financial services specialists. So locations include Philadelphia, Whitehall, Ohio, Richmond, Virginia, Battle Creek, Michigan, New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, and the place that I can't pronounce because I have problems with Americanization of French words. How do you say it, Mike? Fort Belvoir, Virginia. Is that
Fort Belvoir.
Belvoir, there you go. So if you are looking to leave active duty, if you are SkillBridge eligible, if you have some kind of finance experience and you would like to remain in the federal sector, regardless of what's happening right now, please do connect with us because we do have those locations and those internships and they are internship ready. They're ready and waiting for you guys.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, please.
I really think these are great opportunities. They have business analyst, financial liaison, and accountant SkillBridge opportunities that their plan is to put them right into GS roles on the back end. I know there's a hiring freeze right now for the government. I can't imagine it will take too long. No one knows either way, but what I'll say is that having federal financial experience on your resume, as a SkillBridge intern, as a member of the field, being on the DLA team in a recognized organization supporting the Department of Defense, not only would be a great mission, it also is something that really helps your resume, helps translate your experience. So as SkillBridge starts to morph over the summer to the June 30th, they're all there. We've got our MOU. They're all ready to go. We're able to process these SkillBridge opportunities for anyone that's interested and has that background.
Thank you. The final organization that I wanted to highlight today, an internship opportunity, is with Datadog. So these are technical support engineers. So if you were looking to get into kind of the technical and product arena post-active duty, listen up, this is what we've got. So these are remote. The SkillBridge internship is remote, but you will have to relocate or be located for the permanent position in either Denver, Colorado, San Francisco, California, New York City, or Boston, Massachusetts. And the technical solutions team really enables the growth of the company by educating their potential clients and ensuring that existing customers are happy and successful. So they share their technical and product expertise with customers via multi-channel technical support demos and presentations. So you will be joining a team where you will be challenged on a daily basis, but you will see immediately your contributions to the organization. Now, this will be working from a Datadog office 3 to 5 days per week upon successful completion of the program. And like I said, there are 4 locations, so Denver, San Francisco, New York City, and Boston. Also, the caveat on this one is there is weekend work once a month. And so that's, once or twice a month. So you must be willing and able to work a weekend shift. But these are phenomenal opportunities, and we are really grateful to be able to present them to our population here. Finally, that's about it for me. I don't really have very much more to say, Mike. Do you want to take over here?
I do. I just wanted to pull up Christopher Moreno's comment. I'm guessing he was talking about the DLA finance. What I'll share is that there is a hiring freeze right now, but if you apply to the appropriate role and you tailor your resume and have the experience, we'll have the resumes ready to go. And as soon as the hiring freeze stops, they are actively looking to hire as soon as they're able to. They've got a bunch of financial positions in the locations that Lucy mentioned.
So Seamus, those are in Denver, but they are, I think that's what you were talking about, which you said Colorado, but just with what Mike just said to you, Christopher, those roles are open and up on our permanent job site as well. So you will be able to see them, but we're holding the resumes for the moment. I think that's about it for me today. Was there any other comments that you wanted to address?
Yeah, I got it up here for Dr. Robert Myers, and I'll just say, just go to HireMilitary.us and go to our website, check out the different job opportunities and apply for the ones that that relate to your interests. Sounds like you may have some of the education and some of the experience for those roles. Apply. We'll get it over to the recruiters and we'll get it over to the team and we'll see where we can make the right fit.
And I just wanted to acknowledge, Russell, you know what? It is really hard out there right now. It's really rough, and we know it is. And I love the fact that you have a bit of money already, but you want some more. Yes, I completely support that. Unfortunately, we don't have anything for entry-level financial services outside of the SkillBridge internship mechanism right now. But one thing I will say to you is maybe put your details into our talent pool. So there's a Join the Jobs talent pool on our website. So if any roles like that do come up in the near future, we can get in touch with you. So that just allows you to be a passive job seeker within our organization. So I'd love you to do that. I'd love to see yours. And Robert, it's really nice to see you again here today. We have been acquainted over the last couple of weeks. Mike, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
I have one more. I have one more.
One more.
Well, because everyone's talking about entry-level jobs and they're looking for opportunities in different parts of the country. What about veteran service brands? You know, it's a non-traditional path to employment, but I think a lot of them should consider some of those franchises with our team at Veteran Service Brands. Our partner company, they're fantastic. They have parking lot striping. They have paint core, they've got field athletic training, they've got a bunch of other franchises all throughout the country. One sandblasting, I think they're starting up, right? Pressure washing, yeah. And what I love about it is they're not overly expensive to start the franchise. They really work with you on that. And we spent the better part of a week with them 2 years in a row down in Florida for their national convention. I loved spending time with the business owners and hearing their experience. I mean, they work hard, but they love what they do. They work for themselves, and many of them are doing really well. And so, I would just tell people, if you're considering an opportunity, then, take a look at Veteran Service Brands as well.
So with that in mind, those opportunities are on our website and they're under the permanent job opportunity. And like Mike said, they are entrepreneurial franchise opportunities only open to those who are veterans, as the name suggests. They have support and entry into the finance piece. Oh, he's putting his finger up again. It's like being at school again. Go for it.
Pointing to HireMilitary.us. He asked for the website.
Yes. Veteran Service Brands, the link to their roles is on our website under permanent jobs. HireMilitary.us. One thing I will share is when you click on HireMilitary.us, it does port immediately to Tenova, which is our parent company. So just know that. But you're in the right place. You will see our faces there, and we would love to see your applications. And you can read so much more about those opportunities on there, and they will take you down the pathway in terms of information and support so that you can make a fully educated decision about whether that could be a really great opportunity for you. Any more fingers for today before we go?
I don't need any more fingers today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. It was really nice to be here. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.